So Uncle Patrick, I just wanted to say thank you for coming in today and having a yarn with me about the importance of Aboriginal-led programs in our community and ACOs obviously as well in our community. You know obviously what I think about you, and I have a lot of respect for you. So I really appreciate you coming in today and having a yarn with me.
And in our Noongar language, I would say Nanda Younger, that just meant thank you, sister. But if we go back to the beginning, Wungening Aboriginal Corporation started up 30 years ago, and that was through the efforts of a few Noongar senior people who were concerned about the impact of drugs and alcohol on our community at large in the Perth metro region. They've always built that Wungening on the basis of having a strong mind, a strong body and a strong spirit, because you've got to be able to say yes and no. You've got to understand why you said yes or no. You've got to be fit and healthy when you're walking around looking after your kids and making sure that your family's healthy. And you've got to understand your spirit as an Aboriginal person, and whether you're from the Kimberley, the Goldfields, or Nyungar, or whatever it may be. You've got to understand who you are and what you are. So when I joined Wungening, for example, 6 years ago, I felt like I'd come to a space that I needed to be in.
Yeah.
And I felt good about reinventing myself and understanding that Patrick Egan as a Noongar man, his culture, his language, working with Wungening, his board is totally Aboriginal people. It's an Aboriginal controlled organisation managed by Aboriginal people, lots of Aboriginal people employed within. Today, we have 210 staff members. The majority are Aboriginal, 70% are Aboriginal men and women. Lots of Yorgas work for us in all of our locations, Kwinana, Rockingham, Midland and Mirrabooka. Our programs are all designed to help and support Aboriginal people, families, to become stronger, wiser, smarter people. Not to let the influence of drugs and domestic violence and other things impact on our lives. If you think of the Wungening Mort program is all about strengthening the family, the structure. We live in a concrete jungle here in Perth, and our people, a lot of our people have a couple of words that I always think about and remind me of our Aboriginal people is Tuckenyang, Wear and Bakan. And if you think of all the programs that we have, Reset, Wungening Mort, AOD, Stronger Together, it's about people who have had their spirits broken and who suffer with a lot of pain. And Tuckenyang, Wear is having your spirit broken and suffering with a lot of pain. So helping people overcome their pain, their issues, their concerns, I think it's something great that Wungening does, along with a lot of other organisations.
And Uncle Patrick, I would have to agree. I think that I think sort of what I'm hearing when you're talking is the actual understanding of what Aboriginal people are going through, what they are facing every day, what they have been through. And I think again it comes back to the importance of having that Aboriginal-led, having Aboriginal people in those meetings, having Aboriginal people in the creation of programs that are benefiting our people, and the importance of that. So
just coming and sitting there and having a yarn with our people in whether it's Midland, Rockingham or any of our hubs is something you can do. You don't cost nothing, but you can talk to somebody different who's not within your family structure, who's it's absolutely totally confidential and private about what you talk about. Those things, you don't have to have an issue or a concern. Now you can come to Wungening, you can go to Yerrigan, you can go to Champion, the Champion Centre out at Kelmscott, you can go to Wajak Northside up in Balga. The same thing exists for our people to sit down and reconnect and have a yarn and talk about culture and language. But culture is important. And all those little organisations, whether it's Langford Aboriginal Corporation, Wungening Aboriginal Corporation,
I think Wajak Northside,
we all play a role in teaching, educating, supporting, encouraging, making sure that our kids, our children, our men and women contribute to those discussions as such.